I don't know if y'all are able to hear that plane right there, but it's very rare that we have a plane fly overhead. Of course, we're in a flyover state. You can hear uh, uh, living out here on a mountain. You can hear things for miles away, miles away. The jets, the giant jumbo jets flying overhead, you never hear them. But little planes, prop planes that fly overhead, you'll hear them. We actually have a paraglider that goes flying by every little once in a while. And he or she just glides around. Uh, you'll hear like this little buzzing in the air. And anytime my little chunk is outside, he'll stop and go, plane. And he'll whisper it. It's just me looking up, pointing, it's a plane. And he almost gets cautious where it's it's not something that he's used to. It kind of startles him because he's not used to hearing noise up above. Where I grew up in New Jersey, East Orange, New Jersey. Then you had the Newark International Airport, planes coming in and out all day and all night. You would hear them. Then a little bit further away, uh, in one direction was the Garden State Parkway. You'd hear all the road noise from there. Then in the other direction was the New Jersey Turnpike. You hear all this ambient noise. So it's cars driving past. The You could even hear the sound of lights, the street lamps, all of that noise. But none of that here. So for my little chunk, when he hears a plane going overhead, it's like that's not normal. Then I think about my upbringing. All of that noise was normal. All of that noise was unhealthy. You weren't getting a peaceful night's sleep. You weren't able to go outside and just listen. Like, you hear bugs, birds, the wind. It's changing seasons. It's going into fall. Things are going to start to open up. Man, this is a great time. Now you hear the whistle from my tea kettle. About to make some coffee out here outside on the fire. See? That's what's going on now. But my chunk, he didn't have to deal with or go through all that noise pollution, having to figure out how to turn his brain off, how to get away from all that noise that it was impossible to get away from. The only time that you could get away from all that noise is when it was a massive snowstorm. Massive storm. It stopped everything. It would shut down the tri-state area, and you would have this weird, eerie sensation of what is that I'm hearing? Like, it's something's not right. And that not right sound was no sound. That was a problem. It was so eerie and awkward to have that silence. And it's like, oh, something's wrong here. Something's missing. Like, oh, it's no cars flying up and down the highway or the road or the street. No whole bunch of lights on, because it would be during the day. You wouldn't hear the street lamps. No buzzing. No planes flying overhead because they shut down the airport because everything is snowed in. Nobody could get to the airport. Nobody could get on the roadways. But then eventually, some time goes by. You'll hear this scraping, that noise. That noise is a snowplow truck. They'll be far off in the distance. Then they'll just get closer and closer and closer. Then eventually they'll come down your street. Then that noise comes back. Cars are starting to go up and down the street. The stores down the road are open now. People are going. They're trying to get back to their normal, that normal of chaos. No peace, no rest, no silence. Always lights on. Noise pollution, light pollution, pollution. That's the stuff that they were dealing with. That's the stuff that I was dealing with. But my chunk, he doesn't have to deal with that. Football had to deal with that for a little while. My wife had to deal with that till I brought her out here to the middle of nowhere, where it's peace. We have so much standoff from towns, let alone cities. Cities are so far away from us. I think, what is it? When I lived in New Jersey, the New Jersey Turnpike was, if there was no vehicle on the road, maybe a 5 to 10 minute drive to the interstate. To the parkway, it was a 2-minute drive to the parkway. Here where I am, it's a hour to an interstate? Yeah, just about. Gotta go around there, that way, then all the way that way, then that way. Yeah, it's about an hour to get to the interstate. Then all the little roads and highways and everything. You could go high speed on them, but it's not 6 lanes of roads in each direction. You're not sitting in traffic having to deal with nonsense. Most of the roads, once the sun goes down, there's no street lamps. It's only your headlights and that's it. That's all you got. The town shut down early. They turn off all of their lights. Everybody conserves. Everybody goes within. Everyone goes to their peace and their shalom. Everybody goes to that. Goes home where they can relax. Not where they go home to pick up a controller to try and escape, or to go and watch a movie to try and escape and pretend that you're this or pretend that you're that. Even with social media, it's a whole bunch of pretenders out there trying to be something that they're not because they don't get to go outside and experience the world. And when they do go outside and experience the world, it's nothing but noise. Nothing but chaos. Nothing but being bombarded with lights, neon lights, fluorescent light bulbs. That stuff is no good for you. You got to get outside. You got to ground. Got to go hug a tree. Hey, let's go hug a tree. See? Say hi, tree. And now we hug a tree. So that's what's missing in life. Hopefully you all can appreciate that. Go outside and live. I pray that for you, to get that experience, to get away from the noise, even if it's just for a moment. You can do it. It'll feel weird. It definitely feels weird. I started getting those experiences when I was truck driving, going to places. Oh, it's no cell phone service. It's no nothing. The storm down the highway knocked out all the power for this county. So, just sitting there in the dark, in peace, under the stars. Even then, people weren't looking up. They weren't appreciating what the Father created for them. That light show. I do. I always did. Now, my sons have it. One, it's a gift. And for the other, it's all he's ever known. And that's what I'm happy about. So, get outside. Shalom.